Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer news. We start with Clement Lenglet, as it has been reported that Barcelona are urging the defender to accept Tottenham Hotspur offer. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about Ousmane Dembele, as a lot of reports are coming out about Ousmane Dembele's future, given that his contract is expiring in 2 days' time. It has just been reported that Dembele's agent, Musa Sissoko, is resorting to last-minute tactics to get a better offer for the player. We are going to be discussing on that as well. So guys, as we get right into it in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a video. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barca! 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 Clement Lenglet is one of many players who were asked to leave the club by Xavi earlier this summer. He has no place in Barca's plans for next season, with the club considering the sale essential as part of their plans to rebuild the squad. Lenglet has not had any shortage of suitors either, with both Tottenham and AS Roma exploring the possibility of snapping up the Frenchman in the summer. Roma wanted to sign the defender on a loan deal with an option to buy embedded in the contract, but AS Roma have abandoned the pursuit, effectively leaving Tottenham as the only club remaining in the chase. According to a report from Dario Sport, the Barcelona board has urged Lenglet to consider the offer from Spurs, as they are not going to wait around till eternity for the centre-back to respond. With Davinson Sanchez and Joe Rondon facing an uncertain future in the London club, Antonio Conte wants Lenglet to add more depth to the team. He ideally wants the Frenchman to compete with Ben Davies for the left-sided centre-back role in his back three system. However, Lenglet is here to respond to the offer that may expire within a week. The whole ordeal has left Barcelona urging the Frenchman to accept the offer and seal a move to North London. The sale of Lenglet could serve as a massive boost for Barca, effectively helping them lower the cost of the workforce to a figure of around 10 million euros if Barca can follow up his exit, with that of Samuel Umtiti and Oscar Mingueza. They could free up enough space to register newer players, including Frank Kessié and Andres Christensen. The Dane has agreed to join Barcelona. I'm talking about Christensen. Agreed to join Barca on a free transfer ahead of new season. But with Clement Lenglet appearing reluctant to leave the Camp Nou, Barcelona are staring at an uncertain few weeks. So here we go again. Lenglet is still reluctant to leave the Camp Nou. And given the fact that Roma have withdrawn from the race, Tottenham being the only team left in his pursuit as it stands, Barca wanting to accept that Tottenham offer, as soon as possible. There's no time to waste, because we all know before Barca want to go serious into the transfer market to start bringing in new faces to the squad, sales of these fringe players are very necessary. Laporta have been making that clear in many of his interviews, that in order to do a squad revamp, to sell some of these unwanted players, we definitely have to sell. That should be the first step. And how will Barca be able to buy those players that we need them to strengthen the team if these unwanted players are not leaving? This is not the first time we've been talking about Lenglet being reluctant to leave, despite offers elsewhere. And when you look at the massive salary that Lenglet was being offered by the last Barcelona administration, that makes you understand why Lenglet does not want to leave, because he feels how can I put it? He feels so satisfied. He feels comfortable being on the bench despite not playing a lot. But what he receives is way too much, because he knows that it is very unlikely for him to receive that kind of wages in any other club. Lenglet is one of the most paid defenders in La Liga as it stands, but it's really humiliating considering the fact that his role at Barca is not there. Xavi does not prioritize Lenglet. Most of his part last season was from the bench. He played very, very few games. But looking at the pay, what he occupies in the Barca wage roster is really, really significant, which is very important that Barca should do fast to sell him. But we have a problem. There's a talk about a loan move. because selling him permanently will be so difficult because of those wages. So if Tottenham are going for him, reports are claiming that Tottenham prefer a loan move, which means Tottenham will give Barca a share of his wages to pay. Tottenham to be paying some percentage of his wages. So it will be better than that rather than keeping them again for another season. Then on to the next story of discussion. Journalist Ben Jacobs has provided a fresh update on Ousmane Dembele's future, where he has reiterated that since Barcelona has no interest in improving their offer, the situation has more or less hit rock bottom. Writing in a lengthy Twitter thread, he mentioned that there is no change in the situation after a meeting between Barcelona and Dembele's agent Moussa Sissoko. He added that while it's clear that Xavi wants the Frenchman to stay, Barcelona will not budge in Sissoko antics. The last meeting between the concerned parties was amicable, but once again Sissoko pushed for a better offer, something that was outrightly rebuffed by Barcelona management. All this has made the next couple of days all the more crucial for Dembele since he ends his current contract on June 30. At Barcelona, it is believed they are still confident that he would eventually put pen to fresh papers. As far as Chelsea, a potential suitor, are concerned, Jacob says their interest will not harm Barcelona's intentions, mostly because they will only approach with an offer as and when he becomes a free agent. Above all, they too have no interest in matching those high astronomical wages. The next 48 hours are extremely important in the entire fiasco, as more talks between Barcelona and the players' entourage are expected to take place. But for now, nothing really has changed. Jacobs also shed a light on Liverpool's rumored interest in Dembele. He said the reports have no substance whatsoever as the Premier League side has zero interest in his acquisition even if he becomes a free agent. The mentioned message has been very clearly communicated with Sissoko too. In any way, all these rumors of top teams wanting to sign Dembele except Chelsea are the brainchild of Sissoko himself as he's trying to get a better deal from Barcelona. While he's hoping they would eventually budge, the Blaugrana are well aware of the tactics. Ousmane Dembele and his agent have not seen anything yet. They are trying to trick Barcelona into increasing the offer, no matter what. Even up to this very point in time when he's just left barely 3 days for his contract to expire. I think Dembele is losing popularity at the Camp Nou. After all the love that some fans started showing him with his brilliant displays under Xavi Hernandez, I think he's not doing things right. His management, his entourage is making things worse. Dembele is not doing things right. And this was not the kind of ending that I think most Barca fans could have wanted for this guy. 5 years on, when he left Borussia Dortmund to Barca, we all see him as that player that will come and be one of the best players and at least create a legacy at the club. But the way he's ending his time at Barca, it is a cause of concern. It is a really cause of concern because it does not make sense at all. Makes no sense at all. Talking about greed and selfishness, that's what we are talking about here. Dembele does not care about anything. He just wants better higher offer. Does not care to understand the situation of the club. He does not care to understand nothing. And what do we always hear every day? Dembele's priority is to stay at Barca. Dembele have told Xavi wants to stay at Barca. The same kind of talk every day. But does that reflect what is happening? Definitely not. So I don't think Barca is not a little child that Dembele and his agent thinks they can toy around. Barca should tell them or should show them that a club is bigger than anybody. Dembele is nothing near to the worst player in Barca's legacy. Dembele does not even reach because I don't think Dembele have created any legacy whatsoever at FC Barcelona. So I think it's time for him to leave because the disrespect of Barcelona from Dembele and his entourage is too much and it makes no sense for him to stay again. So whatever they're doing, I'm very sorry and I hope that Chelsea themselves don't sign him because Chelsea are also tired of his crazy demands which they don't want to pay. So let me really see where Dembele and his selfish agent will go to in the coming season. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, it's bye bye.